So you have lots of stuff on your to buy list and can decide if you pull the trigger or not. Let's find out what I do in that case if I don't have the opportunity to visit a good perfume store. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Angelos and I hope you find the topics here interesting. In that case, and if you enjoy what you see, please don't forget to click the subscribe button below, and I will try my best to upload videos on a weekly basis. First of all, I have to insist that you should try before you buy, and in fact this will be the motto of this channel. Inevitably, all of us end up with some blind buys, sometimes successful ones, most of the times though not. Thus, sampling and testing is mandatory. I know it can be very hard to get your hands in these super desired samples, and I feel you 100% because I'm living in Greece and we don't have so many good perfumeries available here. Emailing directly the companies or searching on Facebook on fragrance related sales groups, or eventually visiting some perfume stores when you go abroad or you visit a bigger city than yours can be very efficient. Without further ado, let's begin this list, and I would like to mention that all these samples here are 5 or 4 stars in my book. First, I'm gonna take Roja Daav, Great Britain. This is a cyprès floral leathery fragrance. It's very well known. I think it's released like a couple of years ago. I have this sample right here, which was very generously given to me by a very good friend of mine. You know who you are, I love you. And let's see. Yes, this opens very uplifting and herbaceous, and this opening kind of lasts for about let's say a couple of minutes, and then it transforms to a very amazingly blended floral mid-phase, which lasts I think for the entire life of the fragrance. And then you obviously have the base notes with a great variety of woods, spices, balsams, leather, the very refined leather accord actually. This is one of the biggest players in this composition. And of course you get the ambergris and some ambers. Well, if you enjoyed leather fragrances like Knizetten leather floral fragrances, or why not Curie Ottoman from Parfum d'Empire, well, this is absolutely an upgrade for these wonderful perfumes. So this is the big time. Will I say yes or no? Regardless, I speak highly enough of this fragrance. I won't proceed. Why? This is the point here. Because of the price point itself. I think it goes for £1,300. This means, I don't know, maybe 1,500 euros or $1,800, which is way too much for me right now. Second one on these testing samples and deciding if I'm going to proceed with purchase list. I know it's like a very big name for a list. I have to find an abbreviation or something for this. From the company of Nabil and the Spirit of Dubai second generation Narjesi. I have this beautiful and super expensive even to create, I think, sample. I can describe how beautiful this sample itself is actually. This one is a soliflor rose in the most complex form you can ever imagine. I think this is supposed to represent and reinterpret the black, the very rare black rose. Let's see how this beauty smells. I know already, I know it's unfair, but oh my goodness. It opens very fresh, like white and pink rose petals. You also get this green facet from the stem of the flower. Yes, you also have the sweetness. You get something like jammy rose and candied rose. And of course at the dry down you have this dark and mysterious red rose, the very red, the dark rose. It's a potent fragrance, it's very strong, it lasts like for ages, but at the same time it's discreet as well. Is this the best rose out there? Most probably. At least from the ones I put my nose on, it's definitely the most beautiful rose out there. Now I have bad news for you and for me as well. The price point is equivalent to Roja Daav's Great Britain. This means £1,300 or 1,500 again euros or $1,800. So unfortunately, price point for me, always talking about me and my budget and what I would do right now. And yes, priorities. The price point is very restricting as well. Hence, unfortunately I'll skip purchase for now. Third one on this list, one of my favorite discoveries last year, last winter when I was in Paris. This is from Parfum d'Empire, Le Cri de la Lumière, which means something like the shout of the light. A mind-blowing, woody, floral musk. Obviously there is lots of musk. Let's spray this. Yes, the opening is very fruity and etheric. There is a really intense floral mid-base. It dries down slightly woody, heavy in musks, and a very good proportion of patchouli and amber notes. I think if someone enjoys Rose of No Man's Land from Byredo Perfumes, or if you could probably imagine a more rosy version of Baccarat Rouge, I think you would like this one. The blending here is outstanding, as in probably most, if not all, Marc-Antoine Corticiato creations. And the price point is also very decent. I think it goes for 110 euros or something like $140. US dollars. Nevertheless, I will skip this one for now as it is more suitable for springtime. This is a 100% purchase probably at the beginning of 2019, just to be prepared for springtime. Moving on to another incredible perfume, this time from the house of Sergio, specifically from the line CAsamorati Corallo. Corallo is a website exclusive from their website searchofuniverse.com. So let's spray this beauty. Yeah, this is breathtakingly beautiful, you know. I get the weird, bitter almond heliotrope soap, like a very clean, soapy, bitter almondy heliotrope. And to my surprise, afterwards, at least on the blotter right here, I get this natural bergamot. At the mid face I smell some candied florals, if that makes sense. Of course iris is the main player here. I think it's mentioned that there is some rose here. I honestly don't smell rose at all. Then you have this spicy ambers, cloves, I believe is the use of eugenol, a slight hint of cinnamon as well. And of course this rooty, carroty facet from the orris root. This is stunning, and this is unlike any other floral perfume I ever smelled, like a floral gourmand fragrance. I'm really getting into gourmands lately, and I believe winter is a very suitable season for rocking some gourmand fragrances, especially floral gourmand fragrances. The price point here, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's 225 euros. I don't know the conversion if you paying American dollars or pounds, because you can only buy this one online from their website I mentioned before. This is 100 ml, so I think for the quality, the name, the history behind the brand, you know, the packaging, the bottles are like wow. These bottles are wow. So why not? Why not? I think this is a good investment because winter is ahead of us, and I'm sure I will wear this a lot. So this is one of the fragrances that I'm going to add to my collection right now. Moving on, we have a sample from one of my favorite perfume houses, Atelier des Ors. This one is called Loom Filling, and Loom Filling means cat moon in French. Let's spray this one and see. My impressions, yes, it opens very spicy. I smell lots of cardamom, one of my favorite notes, and we use a little bit of cardamom here in Greece for sweets or for cooking. Pink pepper as well, another favorite note of mine. This one is slightly animalic, probably from the ambergris, and you have this resinous layer from the Peru balsam, and I think there is incense as well here. And you encounter here the signature musky, woody, sweet, a little bit powdery base from Atelier des Ors. I think this base is used in all of their perfumes, and it's amazing. I will take under consideration that this is a spicy vanilla. I actually don't enjoy these sweet cloying vanillas. This is very spicy, deep, resinous, and yes, as I told you, this is not overwhelmingly sweet. The proportion of the ingredients is just so. The price point is 225 euros as well, the same one as the previous one, the Corallo from CAsamorati. I think they are in the 300-ish range in US dollars with taxes and all this stuff. Well, I'm all in. I need some vanilla fragrances. I need to add some vanilla fragrances in my collection. This satisfies all of my requirements. I'm taking under serious consideration right here that this, although this is a dominant vanilla fragrance, it doesn't overwhelm me with the sweetness. So yes, I'm all in. Another purchase. So finally, this is the last one on this list, and it's called Le Phénix from Les Bains Guerbois. It's a fairly new French brand. The history is really cool behind. Les Bains Guerbois is a hotel in Paris. So let's spray this one. Wow. This is woody, spicy, incensey and dry, and that's it. This is so simple, but sometimes fragrances don't need to be super complex. I also believe that it is very good for layering, probably with some floral or mildly sweet fragrances. Right off the bat, you have the cardamom, the ginger, with a good transition to patchouli, and I get lots of pepper as well. And all these are followed by amber, incense, amber and woody base. I think it's mostly cedar though. This is an harmonious and incredibly well balanced creation from the superstar perfumer Michel Almerac. I think it's only available from their website. Price point here is really attracting. It's I think 175 or 180 euros, but this is a 140 ml bottle. Guess what? Another purchase. So that's it. This is how I would think loudly if I was about to purchase a fragrance, and I will probably proceed with the ones I already explained why. If you enjoyed this video and you are new on this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button below, and please don't forget to leave a comment and let me know how you decide to proceed with a purchase. Thanks for watching, bye!